Okay. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to another episode of Keep It 90, brought to you by the House of NNESAGA, and like always, supported by our good friends over here at Spotify.
Yep.
How are you doing, guys?
All good.
Decent, man.
Yeah,
as good as I can be.
I ain't a loser this week, so it is what it is.
We gonna see about being a loser this week.
Let me have my couple of hours. Let me have my couple of hours, please. But yeah, no, I'm good. How you doing, King?
Not too bad. Good weather this weekend.
Good weather.
It was, it was decent, and then now today is just wind.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
I'm walking and I'm doing the Matrix and all
Arsenal
these things.
lose, and all of a sudden we're talking about the weather.
Oh my!
Anita,
You're starting already, you know.
Anita,
Hey,
we're not even 2 minutes in.
Not even.
We're not even 2 minutes in.
You can't even wait for us to get.
No, it's cool. Leave her.
Okay.
That's the only thing they can do is banter
Yeah,
anyway, because they
true,
ain't doing anything
true.
else. So
listen, I'm with you. It was around 20 degrees, cloudy. Arsenal lost.
Okay.
you remember you ain't played yet.
Yeah,
Don't you bring your bad aura
Hey, until Chelsea play Everton,
back to sender, man.
it is what it is.
Back to sender.
Storing
Back to
this.
sender.
I've been storing things this week. Like I saw you walk out in a recent episode of Gold Diggers the other day. I'm storing, I'm storing these things.
Ooh, child.
Yeah.
Let me try that down.
You best win this match today. That's what I'm saying.
That is so embarrassing. Oh my god.
Yeah. The internet never forgets.
Oh, anyway.
But anyway, all right then. On to things. So guys, we have a new Bundesliga champion. First one in 11 years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so lovely, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's so refreshing to
Kiesen.
see it. Can I just ask? So, Xavi, this is his first job as a manager, right?
Yes.
Insane.
I just want to understand what kind of coaching school this man went to. No, honestly, because we
Nah,
look at
facts.
Frank Lampard, Arteta. I can't even put Arteta in the bracket of Frank Lampard, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you look at Steven Gerrard, and it's just like, bro, how did this man go to Leverkusen? He's still unbeaten. He's got these group of players that were near relegation last season
Yeah.
to win the league.
Yeah.
Who is this man?
I think it was the magic of Xhaka. When you have a player like that, you know what I mean? You're going to win anything. You're right.
What did he win at Arsenal?
You be quiet anyway.
Okay.
So
Shiz, you caught me like a rat, sister.
nice, and he's done amazing. Like what he's done and how he's transformed the team, like the spirit over there. Just, jeez, I thought it was going to be another Bayern Munich win, and it was just going to be boring, and he was just going to, just going to get walked on. But flipping out, man.
The fact that he's done it comfortably as well.
Comfy.
Aren't they 16 points ahead?
Like,
Jeez.
how do you even get 16 points ahead
Bruh.
of Bayern Munich?
I feel like the last time I checked, there were at least I'm sure it was pretty much neck and neck, or just a couple points ahead. And the next thing I know is 16 points. Like, how did we get here?
Thomas Tuchel, man, I try my best to defend this man as much as I can, but there's only so much that I can do. Like, obviously, I'm no disrespect to Bayer Leverkusen. What they're doing is sensational and it's amazing, and probably going to be invincible, so Arsenal fans don't have to talk about being invincible for the rest of their lives.
Chill out.
You look at Thomas Tuchel and Bayern Munich is by far on paper the superior team. What was he doing throughout the season? What, like, at one point, like you said, it was neck and neck. Next thing you know, 3 points behind, 6 points behind. Thomas
The
Tuchel
gaps
saying,
are
"Oh, the
golden.
league's done now."
Yeah.
It's like,
I still can't believe you said that, by the way.
Bruh.
Like, as a manager who's in that position, like, you know it in your hearts that it's gone, but you don't just say it. Like, you've got people that rely on you, people that, like, look to you for advice, and just to look to you as just someone, like, they're superior almost, and then you just say, yeah, anyway, we've lost it, but yeah, big up the man there. I'm like,
you see, that's why he needs to come home. He needs to come back to Chelsea.
I think that's what you lot need,
when he was at Chelsea, he was like, "Oh, I'll drive the bus. I don't
think you need
care.
that.
We'll go to the Champions
You don't think
League."
they need
I
that?
don't think they need that. No.
They need something.
Yeah, but I mean, from what I've seen of him, the last year and a half, something's not right there. I mean, even when you think he's got quote unquote a Bundesliga title underneath his belt, even then they scraped it. Last game of the season, Dortmund's was the actual team that fumbled it, because all they needed to do was win.
Bellingham weren't there.
Oh my God, yeah, I
was
remember
injured.
that.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah.
So it's one of them ones where he's just been awful, and the fact that you can't get a tune out of that Bayern team, that it's almost like it's like Liga. I'm sorry, Liga. I'm taking a shot at you right now, but like it's expected of like you're meant to win this. And with the team you've got, and you bring in Harry Kane, all them goals for nothing. For nothing. He just basically went to Spurs over. He's just like we went back to Spurs.
Literally.
I mean, okay, let's not oversell it. Like, you guys still have to go to Bayern Munich and stop
that's
Harry
what they've
Kane
got
from
to
scoring
play.
again.
I mean, that's what they've all got to play for. But when you
That's
think
worse.
he went to Bayern, and arguably, that should have been a guaranteed trophy.
That's what that was the pretense that everyone was under.
They won 11 in a row.
That's true.
Yeah.
11 in a row, and
And
you
Kane
bring
joins, and then you lot don't get it.
and by
That
a
guy's
clear
bad
margin.
vibes.
But and also the way they won it last night as well, 5-0. Did anyone watch it?
I didn't watch it. Yeah,
Oh man,
All I saw was the aftermath when they were all in the dressing room getting drunk.
let me tell you, the way they won it was spectacular. The goals, it screamed, "We are champions." Xhaka does what he does best, scored a screamer.
Of course.
And then just when you thought that one was good, Florian Wirtz he said, "Nah, hold my beer." He scored a banger, and then he scored his first hat trick as well. He's gonna get picked up, I think, in the summer.
Yeah.
Florian Wirtz, he's looking like dynamic number 10.
How old is he?
22.
But
Fairs.
what's more attractive than staying at Leverkusen right now? There's not much. Like, in terms of game time, in terms of guaranteed to like go to that Champions League and like boss it, in terms of having a manager like Xavi, there's nothing better right now, because he's not going to get the game time at City. Probably won't get the right game time at Arsenal. Like,
So do you think that core team? Do you think that this team will actually stay another season? Because you know how we've seen teams like, for example, the Monaco team with Mbappe and all those guys. The summer after they won the league, that whole team basically got disbanded. You know, everyone from Europe came and bought all their key players. So do you think this team, the likelihood is they will keep that core then?
that's so crazy, because you know how Bayern basically runs that league. Every time, you remember when Dortmund won the league and they were just like, okay, so we're gonna get,
We're gonna
you.
go. Yeah.
We're gonna take you.
Yeah.
So it depends. Let's see how much pull Bayern have at this moment in time, you know, because depending on who they bring in the summer, players might not be attracted to now go straight to Bayern or straight to another club anymore, because they're looking at it like, if Bayer Leverkusen can, especially if they go unbeaten, if Bayer Leverkusen can win this league, what's the point of leaving? But the weight that Bayern holds, I wouldn't be surprised if Bayern go and do their shopping.
Yeah.
You know what? You raised a good point actually, because wasn't Xabi on the short list for, I think, Bayern and Liverpool, and he came on and actually said, I want to do at least one more year with Leverkusen.
Yeah.
So now that you raised that raises a good point. Maybe with that influence as well, and the fact that he had the big hitters, quote unquote, basically tapping him up, going, look, we want you, and he's gone, nah, give me one more year here.
Can you imagine?
I love that though, man.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not done. Like, I wasn't supposed to be doing this right now, but I'm here and I want to keep it going. Like, you might as well, man.
I just want to know, what school did Frank Lampard go to, and what school did Xavi go to? Because I'm so confused. I'm so confused. In their prime, both of them, in their prime, they were the best in their positions. What went wrong? But anyway, sorry. We're not gonna
sometimes good players ain't really meant to, well, some great players end up being great managers, and some great players end up being not so great. But
like Henry.
Yeah, like Lampard.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to bring in, like, I just had to bring someone else into it.
Well, congrats again to Leverkusen.
Yes,
Congratulations, man.
And
Well done, Shaka.
Yes, well done, Xhaka. I saw what you call it. You see Frimpong's video?
Yeah, I saw that. He's like, did he say he's like, you came from Arsenal and you win it here or something like that?
Trophies, yeah.
I love it, man.
But, keeping in Europe then, it's only right then we go to the Champions League.
I don't know yet. Okay.
Okay.
What was your result in the Champions League, Anita?
We've won it twice. So
No,
No,
what was
no,
your,
no,
no, what,
no,
I'm talking about this season.
2021?
No, this season.
2012?
2024.
2012?
2023,
2021?
Fairs.
Listen.
Historian. Historian.
Yeah,
Historian.
Like
Yes.
a mystery museum in here, bro.
That's me. That's me. All I have is the history. That's all I have. I have nothing left. I have nothing left. But are you sure you want to talk about the Champions League now? I mean, like, Prince is on his way, and maybe we should leave some for Prince. I don't know. I would hate if my dinner was on the table and somebody else ate it. I don't know.
Okay, so where would you like to go then?
Hey, I think, and then we've got Arsenal, Aston Villa. So it's just like, where do we even begin? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Listen, I'm down for whatever, bro.
you-
Listen, you're in the room with two people that are in the Champions League right now. So I
Yeah.
think we should just touch on it because we're here. And, we're going in chronological order. So take it away, Cope.
So, Champions League. So Atletico.
Yeah, man. Well, I knew that Atletico
Yeah.
was going to beat Dortmund. I
think so.
knew it.
Yeah.
And in the reverse fixture, I'm not sure if it's going to be, because Atletico away from home, they are not great, right? But people are telling me Dortmund can come back and score 3 goals. And I'm just thinking,
It's a big ask, so.
yeah. And even looking at the Dortmund team as a collective right now, I'm not seeing where all of these goals are going to come from. I'm not seeing the patterns of play that are keeping them moving into the final third, keeping them active as people think that they're going to be. So I don't know, man. I even thought that game was underwhelming on Dortmund's side. Obviously, until they scored in like the last few minutes, but it was just quite underwhelming. And the fact that I had both my screens on and I was barely watching Dortmund, I was just watching PSG Barcelona.
Same.
It's very telling.
Same. I think we had a really good 4. We had 4 amazing games. I can't lie, and it was like I wasn't even. First, I saw, because I was watching Arsenal on one screen and I was watching obviously Real Madrid and City on another screen, and I just saw one goal and I said, "Rah!" I looked at my thing. I said, "Rah, must be nice." Yeah. And then I just see one goal from our side, and I'm like, "Rah, okay, cool." Then I see another goal, and bro, the way, and they were really quality goals as well, especially on City side. On City side, I was just like, goodness, like that. They had amazing goals from outside the box, and obviously we gave away 2 goals.
Oh, we're not coming to that yet. Don't worry. It's fine.
You know, but
I
mean, that's the time of the place.
I was thinking, right, yeah, you want to go jump straight to... I was trying to wait for that game to be one of the last ones. I was trying to... but no, I do agree with you. That's probably one of the better quarter-final first legs across the board. Just goals galore. Thoroughly enjoyable. I do agree with you with that Atletico point. I think it's over for Dortmund. Simeone defense. I think the writing's on the wall with that one.
Had faith in them, man, but just little faith. But
game I was surprised about was that PSG Barcelona game.
Boy, do you know what? I feel like, obviously I don't watch La Liga, right? I can only go off the news that I get feeding in from La Liga news and from Twitter and stuff, because obviously Twitter's the holy grail for whether a team is good or bad nowadays. But I was just thinking, I wasn't expecting much from Barcelona, because apparently they have been underwhelming this season and they haven't lived up to the hype. And I was just expecting PSG to come in and not easily win it, but give more of a fight, right? Watching the way Barcelona studied that team, watching the way Mbappe got locked up was ridiculous.
Did he even have a shot?
He didn't.
On target?
He did not. Like, at one point, he was barely touching the ball.
Yeah.
And you know what even shocked me? It shook me to my core, when Dembele scored and the commentator said his second goal of the season, I was thinking in the Champions League? No, it is his second goal for PSG of the season.
Nah.
PSG are as bad as we think they are.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And they're still going to win it.
Whoa. Yeah.
No, the league.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the
champions. Oh, no.
I was looking at you like, whoa.
Hey.
Boy, like, I don't know if I can see your way back, especially because you were at home.
Yeah.
You had your ultra fans there, like, and you know them ultras, they go ham in the news after, boy.
Listen,
they go ham.
That was around
appalling.
their club, you know.
Bruh, it was a bad performance from PSG. I'm not even gonna cap.
Yeah. Really good from Barcelona. Though. I wasn't expecting it at all. Like you said, like they definitely studied them and they said, "Listen, I know how to get you." Because second half came and they were like, "Boom, boom, boom," and it was just relentless. Like, so, yeah, man, big up Barcelona for that. PSG could have done a little bit better, but you know.
Listen, I mean, my thing with PSG, I hate to be that guy, but I'm just never convinced. Like,
PSG.
Yeah, like obviously they made that one final. They spent all that money in the last, God knows, like 7-8 years trying to get to this final, to get the Champions League. They made it to one final. They win all them leaguers, but it's like they just seem to be a team that's just put together with pieces here that don't really fit, and I'm just never too convinced. I mean, I think you can get away with it in the league that they are in, respectively, because they're the only ones that spend that kind of money to have that kind of star power. But once you're in the Champions League with like real cohesive teams, I just feel like they always sort of get found out at some point.
Yeah.
This is just nothing different.
It's so sad because like they got rid of all their players, and they got rid of Neymar, they got rid of Messi. I don't care what no one said. I know this is Mbappe's world and we just live in it, yeah. But Neymar and Messi, they were the cogs that kept that team ticking. Especially when did they go to the Champions League final? Was it 2020? 2020? I think it was the COVID year, no?
No, it couldn't have been the COVID year, no.
And they played Bayern,
It was Bayern in the final, yeah.
No, that wasn't COVID. I
No,
don't think.
maybe
It wasn't?
I think it was just before. No.
Yeah, maybe
No,
this go the year before.
COVID.
Was it COVID?
Was it
It was
COVID?
because it was in the August time. 2020.
I feel like I was outside.
Yeah, I was sure I was in Box Park.
That's what I was thinking.
Should we VAR that? Because if you guys
Yeah,
are
let's
outside,
VAR.
I'm gonna call the police.
If
I'm
not,
gonna call the police.
my imagination.
I said, but they're doing Boris Gate. Well, you take you guys with you. But nah, even back then when
2020.
Neymar, it was 2020. Yeah, I thought as much. You was definitely in your room
I was
watching
in
it.
my- I was
You
in my
was
house,
definitely in your
I
house.
was in my yard.
But
another time.
golly. But I feel like that's truly the last time where I've seen them in the Champions League be extremely threatening. Even when did they play? Did they play Man City recently? Am I bugging?
City, not this
City?
season. Not
Did
the-
Messi
PSG?
play? Did Messi play City when he was at PSG?
Why do I feel like it's a no?
I
But
can't remember.
Maybe I'm just making
Yeah,
things up in my
The
head.
only recent Premier team I remember is Newcastle, and obviously that was this year, and they
Mm.
got bumped.
Newcastle got bumped. But either way, the last time they were really good was when those three were in the front. And now you've got Mbappe, you got Dembele. Mbappe and Dembele, they're meant to be the dream link up for France.
Yeah.
And the dream isn't coming to fruition.
Do you think it's also Mbappe? The team's also trying to figure things out without making Mbappe the focal point at this point, because everyone pretty much knows he's not going to be there come the summer.
well, then this game showed that they're in they're in trouble. Like if you ain't, because Mbappe was out of that game completely, so it's just like you need to start looking at what you can do, and obviously ain't no one really can replace Mbappe and what Mbappe brings, but you need to find a replacement and quick too, because I don't know, can't be losing against Barca like that, man. Come on,
Mood.
Boy, sorry, PSG. I don't think anyone here expects you to go through to the next round. But then I guess another good game, a very good game. So at the Santiago Bernabéu.
Football.
Football. We had Real Madrid versus Man City, and this is what, third year in a row now these guys have clashed latter stages. Talk to me, guys. How did we find that match?
exhilarating. It was a good game. 2-2 ended up being, but it was a really good game. It's like I was saying before, like some really good goals in there as well. And I'm telling you, it was classic. And yeah, man, I loved it. I loved watching that, man.
It was a classic Champions League match.
Yeah.
I wish away goals were still involved. Oh my God. Can you imagine Man City coming to the 3 away goals? So Real Madrid would have to go to Man City and score.
Was it 2-2 or 3-3?
It was 3-3, no?
It was 3-3. Or 2-2.
Yeah, I'm trying.
No, it's 3-3.
It was 3-3 because I'm trying to think
yeah.
it's good. It was what, Camavinga, Valverde, and Rodrigo. 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3. Goodness,
bro! Imagine having to go Man City and get those goals back. Like, I miss away goals so much, especially when we come to Arsenal. But I miss away goals.
Obsession. It's enough.
I'm obsessed with you. But I think Man City got off lucky though.
You think?
Vinicius should have had so many goals. It was unreal. I don't know what was like. Maybe he's not as clinical as we all think he is. I don't know, because he had so many chances where he should have buried it. He had so many chances where he could have at least squared it. Someone else was through on goal, and he just didn't take those chances. So I don't know. I think City did get lucky. A lot of people are saying that going to the Etihad is going to be difficult for the multiple champions of Europe. I don't know where they're getting that from. What with that atmosphere at the Etihad? Okay, like come on, man.
Like acting like I'm going to like Anfield or something, come on, bro. Like, come on.
Be for real.
Listen,
I'm telling you, Real Madrid fans are going to be louder than 100%. I think they're going to be louder than the City fans. Defo.
Get the ultras in. Get the ultras in and get busy.
And they'll get their flares and all of that,
I don't know.
The drums.
Because if I'm Real Madrid, if I'm the players, you've got to raise an eyebrow, don't you? At the end of the day, right? 3-3 at home. So they had to go into the Lions Den, quote unquote, Man City, and they came out pretty much unscathed for the most part. Because as you said, it's 3-3. So basically, it's
pretty much resetting.
So it's reset, and now we're the ones at home. So if I'm Real Madrid, it's like if we couldn't get it done at the Bernabeu. Are you that confident you're going to be able to get it done at the Etihad? Despite, if you want to call it a library, quiet, call it what you want. That's still the current champions of Europe. That's the same guys that finished you guys off. What was it last year to get the Champions League? So what's to say that we can't? What's to say that they won't finish the job at home?
No, I think it's also like they've been there before. Both of them have been there before, innit? So it's like it's one of those things where it's just like I don't think the bright lights are going to get to them to that degree. It's just obviously like the advantage of being at home is your fans. Obviously, the place or whatever. Yeah. But I think Real Madrid can give them a game. I think it's going to be another good game. Yeah. I feel like it might be a bit of caginess to begin with, but I think it's going to be a really good game. And it's anyone's game. I feel like Real Madrid and City for sure.
It's Real Madrid's game. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And the reason why I say it, okay. This is girl math. I don't know. Football girl maths, right? If Real Madrid win and Bayern Munich win, I'll be happy. Or if Real Madrid win and Arsenal win, I'll be happy.
No. I need City to win.
This is where the math comes from. Because if City win and Arsenal win,
I think we can have them.
Arsenal's going to the final. I cannot, for the life of me, I can't have that. But now, if City win and Bayern Munich win, Man City is gonna beat Bayern Munich, and if Man City goes to the final, Man City is going to win, and they will be the first English club to do it back to back. Their history is not steep enough for them to do it back to back. To be the first, no, I can't let that happen. So either way,
you're annoyed.
I'm pissed. I need it to be Bayern Real Madrid. That's what you need. That's what I need.
Fairs, man. The agenda be agendaing.
It has to. I've got nothing left. I have nothing left.
I've got nothing but agenda left.
Bro, I can't let you guys be champions of Europe. That's all I have. That's all I have against Arsenal.
Oh, yeah. You don't stop reminding us still. Yeah.
Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. Yeah. I love how you sing along. Man, that's football girl math for you. Any score predictions for Real Madrid City? Any score predictions?
I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm giving it to City, I think. Just because, again, I feel like there's something with being at home at the end of the day, right? That's your patch.
Even with their defense, though, their defense is so unreliable right now.
True, but then I think I said it in the last pod. But Real Madrid's defense, I'm not that sold on either.
Really going natural, innit?
Yeah, so you've got a informed Foden attacking you. Haaland will be Haaland. It would be in and around it. I don't know. I just think there's enough firepower even with City to sort out their defense as well. So I think it'll still be a game with goals in it. Don't get me wrong, but I think the edge will go to see. I think Pep's just got the answer. I just think Pep will not let 2 years ago happen where they were up and Real Madrid just came out of nowhere with like 10 minutes to go and just done a masterclass. I just feel like Pep that would just not happen.
But last season, like I feel like Ancelotti's not gonna let that happen. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Last season, Man City came to their gaff and they took it. I don't think Ancelotti is gonna let that happen. Like this is two masterminds. This should be a semi-final. It should be a semi-final.
Yeah, it should.
Or a final. But two masterminds coming together to battle this out. And you look at the crop of players. The biggest thing is it Chouameni that's gonna miss the game?
Yeah, he misses it.
That's the biggest thing there. Like that's the only thing that I'm thinking. Maybe there's gonna be a bit of a gap in the midfield, but two masterminds coming together. I think it's gonna be such a classic. Like Arsenal's match is definitely going on the laptop, and Man City's is going on the TV. 100%.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So you get a laptop?
Yeah.
No, sorry. No, you got. Come on. If you guys weren't Arsenal fans, you'll be doing the same thing. Exactly.
Man, Arsenal buying big game, man. Big game.
Yeah, massive.
Come on, man.
What are you talking about?
I can't wait for you guys to go to Allianz Arena. Do you know every time they score you, they do that?
That's cool, man. Well, let's get into it now because we don't know where Prince is. So anyway,
Emirates, first time in the quarterfinals in, oh gosh, what was it?
14
years, yeah.
Or something like that.
Wow. I'll ask you the question first, Liz. How did you find our return to the quarterfinals?
do you know what? It was kind of tough, and I'll say it's tough because I feel like before the international break, we had a lot of momentum. All the goals that we were scoring, I could just feel Anita just.
Don't worry.
Feel her there, like.
Hey, I didn't do nothing.
No, so we had a lot of momentum, and I feel like it went into the international break, and I feel like off the back of that, I feel like we're trying to get back into that rhythm again, and I feel like it's never going to be easy because again, the momentum was kind of split up. It's like you're going full pelt, and then it kind of stops a bit, and then you have to try and get back into that rhythm again, and then like you've got players coming back from injury, and we're trying to ease them into the team, and so I knew it wasn't going to be like a crazy game. I know some people are like, oh yeah, we're going to smash them like 4-0. And I'm just like, bro, we haven't been here before. Like, let's relax. Let's reset. Yeah. And we've come back a little bit slower than I'd want us to. The result could have been better for me, in my opinion. The from what I've seen and what I saw from the Emirates, like a full house, full Arsenal attendance. Like they had the fire out, they had the lights, the flashing lights and all of this stuff. Like it really should have been a game that we capitalized on. I think the most annoying thing for me was conceding 2 goals, and it was just off the back of our mistakes. And it's like these are the mistakes that I haven't seen since like last season, like the stupidness, like giving away the penalty. Like I just couldn't fathom it. Like I that bit pissed me off. Yeah. However, I'm not gonna, like, obviously I was angry at the time, but obviously after having time to think about it, I'm just like, bro, we haven't been here for 14 years. We have a very young squad who have never been in the Champions League before, bar like obviously Georgie and Havertz,
Chelsea
and Jesus. Sorry.
No,
don't worry.
They're not a part of your team no more.
Don't bite.
You're right. I ain't gonna bite. So yeah, there's no experience there. Arteta has never taken us there either. Yeah. So I'm not gonna be too harsh and be like, oh, it should be like this. It should be like this. Like people automatically believe that and assume that just because we're in the Champions League, like we have to be moving like this and moving like that. Like bro, like I can't remember the last time. I don't even think there's anyone in this current team that have faced Bayern Munich at all. Yeah. So for me, it's just like I'm not expecting anything. Like I'm not expecting us to wash them and smack them up, but I was expecting a nice little win though, man. I would have liked a little buffer and all that stuff, but we gifted them 2 goals. Apart from that, I don't think Bayern were that good.
I agree.
I don't actually think they were that good. Like we gifted them 2 goals, and we should never have gifted them that. It was that stupid mistake between Xabi, Kiwior, and Raya, and then the Saliba. Because I'm not gonna get mad at him because he has had an amazing season, and people fuck up. At the end of the day, this is life. Like it's football. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
And like you said, where there were the mistakes, I guess I'll pass this to you, Anita, then, because obviously you have been on this campaign as far as if the lights are bright, we'll start to see what Arsenal are about. So the fact that when we look at this Arsenal team, it is arguably, I mean, I guess if you take away Leverkusen, they are probably one of the 2 most informed teams in Europe. What do you think were the reason for those 2, I guess, arguably mistakes which cost Arsenal? Do you think it is that the lights were just too bright for them being first quarterfinals? And was the occasion bigger than the players, or did it just happen to be an off day? What do you think then?
Hey, I think 2 things can be true.
Okay.
I think firstly, the lights were shining bright, very bright. Secondly, I've never ever seen Gabriel and Saliba play like that this season. What the hell was that performance? They were so shaky. It was like, were they nervous? I couldn't understand.
So. I think I think it's pressure, and it's the same thing that happened last season, and it's just it seems to have like creeped back in again. I think under pressure, like I don't think we know how to perform as well just yet.
That's so bad. Like they they made it harder for themselves, because I feel like being under pressure at home, that home pressure doesn't exist, because the fans are always going to be on your side, right? They're always going to, it's a Champions League game. You hear everyone singing the Champions League anthem. You're kicking the ball left, right, and centre. The fans are cheering for you. There was not a single Bayern Munich fan in the stage allowed to be in the stadium anyway. But there was not a single Bayern Munich fan allowed to be in a stadium. Why are you so nervous? Like, you are the better team. Like, no one can tell me that Bayern Munich is a better team than Arsenal. They're not. Arsenal, going into it, I said easily Arsenal's going to win at home. Easily. But your two centre-backs, Dumb and Dumber, boy.
Do you think they were that bad?
Do you know what? They set the tone.
Silly mistakes. And remember, this is something that I've said, and I've said it here in the pod as well. Like, I feel like when we know that we're comfy in the back, we're so good going forward.
Yeah.
And we're so comfortable going forward. But I think the mistake happened and it was a bit like, whoa, okay, like, let's try and steady the ship. And then the second mistake happened and I feel like that just rocked how we was attacking until we had to bring on Trossard.
Because even that, their first goal, I wouldn't even say that was because the two centre-backs. To me, I was furious at Raya.
I was pissed off at Raya too.
Was like,
Raya and Kiwior were
I was like,
pissed me off.
Yeah. Because I feel like Raya...
That's great.
And maybe it's also because I play centre-back.
Yeah.
And I know if that was me, I'm effing and blind at my keeper.
Yeah.
All the way till we get back in a half-time.
Why was he so close?
I don't understand.
Why?
It's like he almost didn't trust Gabriel came to the ball. And then by the time he realised Gabriel could get there, it was too late. He was too close. So then Gabriel's looked at him like, all right, I can't pass you back the ball to reset. So I've got to figure out something here. So he's had to run, knowing you've got Kane like hunting you down right there. So that's panicking you. And then Kiwior just flat-footed. Like, again, I don't know if it was nerves with him. I don't know what it was, but it all just started from Raya to me. Because if Raya is just... And you could tell because Raya was then trying to run back on himself. And I'm thinking, brother, if you had just calmed down...
Yeah, you would have been an option for Gabby to pass to,
and
but
then
you
play
eliminated
resets
yourself.
and we carry on.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where, I don't know, I didn't think...
It's the back line, isn't it? Well, do you know what? I think Ben White was really good.
Oh, Ben White. Oh, he did an amazing... It was an amazing play he done where he ran all the way back. I can't remember who he took the ball off. Was it Sane or one of them boys? He came, I don't know where he came from.
And
I thought... Just took it right from. I thought he was brilliant. I think it was just, to me, it was just Raya and Kiwior I just wasn't impressed with, if I'm being
100%.
honest with you. Because even the second goal, that came from Sane on that side again, coming in, sorry, should I say.
Kiwior was just looking at the ball go past him.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him like, my brother.
You don't want a foot race with Sane. Nobody wants a foot race with Sane.
It's true. But then that's where then as a defender, you've got to be a bit more smarter in your positioning. Because you know you can't beat him in a foot race. So you have to make sure you put yourself in the best position to stop that before it happens.
Yeah.
I think Leroy Sane was unplayable.
He was on it.
Yeah. He was up for it.
He was on it. Fairs.
Like when Tuchel took him off, I was baffled. Apparently he's still like coming back from injury and he hasn't played a full 90 yet. But
I think he could have comfortably played a full 90
bro,
that game. I can't lie.
I feel like if Sane stayed on, that result might have been a bit more steeper. Personally.
I mean, I think it helped when was it Tomiyasu that came on for or was it Zinni? Who came on for Kiwior in the end?
I want to say Zinni.
Was it Zinni?
I'm sure it was Zinni.
Or maybe it was Zinni then. Yeah, one of them came on and it did help to some extent. But I think also, I also think what was the problem was, sorry, Jorginho, but he didn't have them legs.
Yeah, no, he was.
I think that was another thing. I think the problem we have is Jorginho's been that good, like for the last couple of games, filling in that void where we've not had Partey and a few of these other guys. So he's been able to do something. Whereas all of a sudden, again, you take Sane, Musiala, you get all these boys that are a bit more quicker on the ball, faster.
Yep.
You can see where Jorginho was a bit like
he's just like, I can't do this no more.
Yeah,
man. I can't run no more. Like.
And then you had Rice sort of, I think, a bit all over the place because I think he was trying to compensate a little bit with doing a lot of the running as well.
Yep.
Which is a shame because, like I said, I think Jorginho's been amazing, but I think he was a bit out of his depth in that midfield.
Yeah.
What's that smile about?
I think Declan Rice was also out of his depth in that midfield too.
I think it's
want to talk about him.
No, but
if you want to talk about it, you can talk about it. Go on.
Hey, I'm just putting it out there. I just feel like it was a little bit underwhelming. That's all.
In what sense?
Yeah.
In a sense that when you've got your six and you cannot rely on him to be pinging them balls from deep within, you guys, there was just too many gaps in your midfield, firstly, and he did not penetrate through with any passes. I'm sorry, at one point he was just standing there looking like Dumb and Dumber.
Do you know what?
He
I
didn't
feel
have
like
any impact in that game.
I get what you mean, it's just to some degree, and I feel like sometimes it's how Arteta uses him at points, because sometimes I'm caught between like the different ways in which Arteta uses him, because in some games I'll see him use him more of an attackive option, and in some games he's more of like the defensive option. And I feel like at some point if you keep getting moved around like that, you like, should I go? Should I stay? Like what do I do? Do I go for that ball? Do I try and stay back to try and protect like the back line? Like what do I do, kind of thing? And I feel like that's kind of what it was for Rice.
He needs to rest. Has he,
number
played?
5 needed to. I think I would have
Yeah.
liked to have seen something like that, because I know he can pick those passes and he will attack and he will.
Literally, I feel like if you had that, you would have undone Bayern a bit better.
A little bit.
Rice does need to rest. Has he not played like almost every single minute?
Every
much,
game
I think.
and England.
Yeah.
Wow, nah, he needs to rest, man.
I think
he
he only
can't rest
rested
now,
against
but
Luton.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But
that.
he even came on after. He came
And
on
that's
after
it.
a while.
he should have rested against Villa, man. Honestly, I'm just saying.
I mean, we'll get to that, but I think there were certain players that should have been rested as opposed to a few others. But
Yeah.
I agree with you, and I think he's one of them where,
Get mad,
yeah,
man.
he's been running to the ground.
He has, man. I feel for him.
Last legs, him and Ødegaard. I don't think Ødegaard's had time off either.
No,
Ran.
Do you know
And
the
he's
difference with Ødegaard? He's still really good. Like he still gives his 100%. Don't get me wrong. He needs to be rested, but
he is.
he's
But
still
he could
so
be
good.
He could be so good, even more good. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you just rested him.
I hear it.
You know what I
hear
mean?
it.
Like he needs a little break, man. But yeah, I mean, we still have the reverse fixture.
yeah, of course.
So I feel like again, it's like hitting the reset button. I know, you know, Bayern going to Allianz Arena. I know it's not going to be easy.
Boy.
Obviously, also off the back of the Premier League result, which we'll get to. It's having everyone a little bit nervy on where we go from here. Like, do we have that resolute to be like, listen, we've had a mediocre result and we've had a bad result. How do we pick this up and really make something out of this? Because now is the time. And we'll get to it anyway, but I think it was more so a lineup error and a few managerial errors. I don't think that the team are to blame. If you keep it back to the basics and we keep it how we know it, I think we can do a little something over them sides. I can't lie.
Let's see how you guys
we
handle
can.
that.
We
Because
can.
I mean,
It's something we need,
I'm
man.
with you, because I mean, at the end of the day, after that 90 minutes, there's nothing about. Yes, Sane had a fantastic game, but again, you look at Kane, who's the golden boy for Bayern right now this season, scoring all the goals. Outside of the penalty, which Sane got, by the way.
What did my man do?
Wait, what was he doing? Like, so I think it's going to be a good clash. I think it's going to be. I mean, yes, they're at home, okay, and again, will we crumble under the
can you
lights?
sustain the pressure?
But the
Can you
reality is,
sustain
after
it?
watching that 90 minutes, Bayern, they don't look like a team that's going to sit down and wipe us. It's going to be a good game,
100.
and I think it's going to be a game where, again, it can go either way.
Yeah.
It will definitely be a game of two halves.
Either
They
way.
ain't, they ain't gonna wipe you, but they're gonna have that 13th man, and that 13th man is 12th man. Sorry, they're gonna have that 12th man, and that 12th man is gonna push them over the edge, in my opinion.
You're
Once
right,
you
man.
hear that
But do you know what? Obviously, like that away in the Champions League is a little bit different from away in Premier League, yeah. But I feel like we've had a good record away from home as well. Again, like you said, like I know that's all gonna be.
How demoralizing that is.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but they just got to lock in, bro.
And
You
also,
have to lock in.
and also, the lights might be
This is
bright for
life.
Bayern as well.
100%.
Because you also got to remember, they've just lost after 11 titles in a row. They have just lost comfortably to Leverkusen. So this is all they've got. So them fans in the stadium are going to be like, look, this is all we have left. Do something. So the pressure's going to be sitting on Bayern just as much as Arsenal, because
You came in at the right time, Prince.
What's going on, everyone?
Substitution.
Man?
Well,
Sorry, man. Work's working, you know. But I'm here. It's better late than never. How's everyone doing, man?
We've really done the pleasantries. Listen, Arsenal Bayern Munich. Arsenal Bayern Munich. What are you saying?
You know what, right? I was sitting there a couple of weeks ago. And when I was sitting there next to you,
I remember.
and I said about Arsenal, and I said that last season this is exactly where you were, and we will actually understand if you lot are really better when it gets to this crunch time with these amount of games left. When we were trying to talk, you weren't really trying to hear me. No, wait, hold on. Let me cook, because I missed some stuff, so let me cook. You get me? I got the season.
We haven't touched Prem, by the way.
Okay.
This is why I'm saying we're talking champs.
Okay, we're talking champs. But remember, so let's talk champs.
Okay, yeah.
At that time, because Shizelle was sitting there, right? And I think Sam was
But
sitting
why
there.
are we talking like the
Question,
champs
wait,
is
hold
done?
on.
Like, bro,
Hold on,
one
question.
leg. Talk about the leg.
Question.
If you're gonna talk about,
When I
talk about the leg.
I'm talking about all of it.
No,
'Cause
talk about the leg. We're talking about the leg, so
It's a
talk about the
collection. It's
leg.
like when you cook, you
Talk
need
about the
everything.
leg.
You need all the seasoning. So what I'm gonna say, when I spoke to you lot weren't scared. I'm gonna ask you lot, are you scared now?
No. I'm not scared. Like again, like bro, if it was, if I felt if I felt like the goals were like, oh yeah, this is worked up from Bayern, they're wiping us, they're finishing us, then I would 100% I would understand. I'm actually trying to be so honest right now when I'm saying this. Yeah, those were 2 goals gifted from us, and I don't think they played that well. And yes, you can say, yeah, there's another leg. It's a game of 2 legs, 100%. We played 1 leg, we're gonna play another leg. But I don't feel threatened or scared of Bayern like that. That's not that. Do I know if we're gonna win over there? That's another question. But am I scared? No, I'm not scared.
Because the thing is, if you're saying they didn't play that well and you couldn't beat them, if they do play well, what happens? That's my question.
Yeah, but then we would also say that we didn't play our best.
I don't think you lot played your best.
Exactly.
But at the same time,
not
I
playing
don't
their
think
best,
I think it's a bit disappointing for Arsenal because you lot had a mad advantage that game. No fans from Bayern, etc., etc. You lot had a very massive advantage and didn't take it at the time. Now, I personally think you lot could still go through. But with the way the league's gone for them, with Leverkusen doing what they're doing, and shout out to them and shout out to Xabi Alonso and shout out to Xhaka. But obviously, shout out to Xhaka. But obviously, like with everything they're doing, they're gonna go all out for this now. And you lot, are you lot gonna like? What do you think you lot approach is gonna be? Are you gonna go all for Champion or are you gonna go all for Prem? Because we ain't got there, but
I think they can do both.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah,
Just the
because
mentality.
it's one game.
at a time.
It's one game at the moment. It's one game left to see who goes through to the next round. So I don't see why Arteta would hold back for this particular match.
I hear it.
I feel like he should go full throttle with this
Yeah.
match. 100%.
I think you should go all out attack.
all out. And on the weekend, who you guys playing on the weekend, or is it a break this weekend?
It's a break and then it's Tottenham.
Then
I
you've
think
got
the next
Spurs.
game's Tottenham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it their ground or your ground?
Yeah,
Their
ground.
ground.
That's a big game.
That's massive.
That's colossal.
I mean, I really hope you guys lose, but if you guys do manage to go through to the semi-final,
Like, why you like this hate watch that you do? Like
hun,
like
the hate
how?
watch, you haven't even seen it. You
How do you have this much hate?
honestly? Do you know what? My
You
hate
should be
is-
worried about other things,
My hate
Anita.
ain't even that bad, you know.
No,
When,
no, I can feel
on
it.
my life, was I not fighting for Saka on the TL the other day? I got cooked. I think it was a penalty.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I did
I
see
think
that.
it was
Yeah,
a
I did
penalty.
see. I did see.
You
What
see
did-
me
what
like
did-
hate
what
was
did-
waving.
I did see. At first I thought, you trolling. I thought actually no. It looks like.
I was like,
Hold on,
that's a
though.
penalty.
Was it a pen?
It was a pen.
Are
It was a pen. I feel
Was
like
it a pen?
It's a
people
pen,
are
man.
con-
Are we moving
people
to
are
are we
condemning.
moving to Prem?
Huh?
No. I'm talking
No,
about
in
the Bayern Munich game.
Bayern
At the
Munich
end,
game.
right at the
At
end.
the
Oh,
end.
sorry,
Yeah.
Bayern Munich. Of course.
It was a pen.
You didn't
Do
think
you
it
know?
was?
Do you know what?
I
yeah?
don't know. I
What's
can
your
see why.
reasoning?
Because
He's
I
probably watching
feel
slow
like
down versions, man.
no. What do you
Even
mean?
the
I watched the
slowed
game
down
live.
version.
What
So
do you
you're
mean?
telling me that didn't look like a
In
penalty?
live, it looked like an all-out pen, but
Yeah.
obviously, like when it came down to it, it looked like Saka could have gone round him for one.
Yeah,
To me, I think because Saka's got the ability to do that,
yeah.
so I think he could have gone round him for one. And then secondly, it did look like he left his leg out, like to bait it. Obviously, it still made the contact, so it's cool.
Yeah.
But do you know what I'm saying? It looked a bit crazy.
What was that brother doing there?
I don't
And that's
even
it.
want
Like,
to dwell on
what was
it,
you
yeah.
doing?
But he could have
But-
gone round and bagged it though.
No, but
I
the
just
thing
don't
is-
think Saka was
my
confident
thing
at
is,
the
yeah,
time.
fans are saying, oh, he could have gone round, he could have done this, could have done that, yeah.
No.
Do you know what? He could have, yeah. And how do we know that wasn't his intent? Like, people are saying that he left his leg out. If
You
you
can literally
watch
see
it,
him step.
Bro, if you watch it, him and Neuer move literally at the same time. The second Neuer plants his leg down, Saka's just moved that 1 millisecond later. Like, bro, people are thinking that he calculated to run into
No,
his
into
knee's
Neuer.
gonna be here
His
at this
knee's gonna-
angle,
bro.
so I need
but
to make
I
sure
just
I
feel
put my
like
leg
but
in that
he
angle.
sold it a
Like,
little
also-
bit.
Come on,
you've
man.
I feel like he sold it, but
you've
obviously people
also-
do sell penalties.
Yeah,
innit? But I feel like he sold it.
You've also got to understand, yeah,
Bruh.
that any other, if that was just outside of the box, it is a red card and a free kick.
This is it.
It's a penalty. Like
This is it.
The discourse around this.
I low-key forgot about this, but it's all coming back to me now.
no,
It's all coming back to me now.
Like, I was meant to be
Facts.
celebrating my hate watch, but people are coming with nonsense. They're like, they're trying to punish Saka for wanting a penalty. Bro, like, watch it properly.
And the man started getting mad because he's limping. Like, but he got kicked up. Like,
people
as
were telling
always.
me there's no contact. I said, what do you mean?
There was
Nah,
100%
people are dumb.
contact.
I
I think the limping thing's something different. I see the banter going
No,
around
it started from the Bayern thing.
It started before
it's
it.
just an agenda.
I've seen it a couple times.
Bro, but
It started way before.
But I swear to you, if that was any other player, I feel like people wouldn't be saying it. But when it comes to Saka, like, I just feel like people have this extra.
No, I don't think so.
It's so extra. Like, it's so extra. Like, if he gets kicked up, if you literally just watch him, don't watch anyone else. Go to an Arsenal game, go to the Emirates, watch him. He gets kicked up every single game, and he'll be on the floor. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that a lot of people don't get kicked up, but he does. But why do people want to make memes and say, "Oh, man's limping"? Do you know how many people I see limping every flipping game?
No,
but when it's Saka, it's the issue.
Yeah, like, you know what it is? You know what it is? It's just everyone's putting it out when you know what it is. Everyone's putting it out when Saka don't necessarily play well. They say he limps.
But it's not like Saka played badly in the.
I don't think he necessarily played bad. I think the Bayern Munich. I think the Bayern Munich game was definitely valid for the limp, because I'm not gonna lie, there was the contact and it couldn't have been
contact
comfortable.
was there, and even Harry Kane said it's 50-50. But if it was his team, he would want that penalty.
To be honest with you, I think. And I thought about this afterwards. I'll tell you, it's all coming back to me now. I literally blocked up my brain, but now
I
it's come
hear
back
it
to
now.
me.
Me too.
I think the reason why I feel like the ref didn't give it in the end was because, and we all didn't know until the 90 minutes was done, where he should have given Bayern a penalty.
A penalty for what?
I feel like
and Arsenal fans don't mention that. They don't mention that.
Hey, listen.
Penalty for when?
So basically, Tuchel made a comment, and they went and found the footage afterwards. And Gabriel, for whatever reason, picked up the ball after the ref blew the whistle. So technically, that is a pen by the letter of the law.
So it was fair.
So I feel like the ref low key was like, I have to make up for that, because I think he said some rubbish to Tuchel like,
it wasn't enough for a quarter final.
He said it's a kid's mistake.
Kid's mistake or something like that. I'm thinking you can't say that.
You can't say that for Champions League.
Champions League, you can't say that.
It was a kid's mistake.
Also, that is that refs, like that officiating team's first time refereeing in a Champions League.
Yeah, there's a little guy in it. Yeah, please, man.
Because I'm not gonna lie, handling the ball like that is insane.
That's crazy. I don't know what Gabriel was doing.
I don't, because you could even get a card.
You get red carded.
You get off for that. Like, you lot should have really have had a man down and a pen against you lot. But agendas have to run.
I feel like that's what it is. I feel that's it. The ref was just like, I have to balance out, so I can't. Because they didn't go to VAR. Because apparently, the ref gave the impression like, I've spoken to VAR, like they didn't do it. But then post match, they were like, we're still waiting for confirmation, because normally the commentators, they'll hear if VAR go to them, and they were like, we've not heard anything.
Do you know what I find so tedious about that ref? Yeah, it didn't go to VAR or nothing, but he blew the whistle for full time, and the Champions League music started playing, but the players are like, is it a penalty? Is it not a penalty?
It was the
and he's
most
like,
insane.
Oh, no, VAR's no penalty.
Joke.
Bro, you're a
joke, man.
I was livid for us. Like, my hate watch was ruined because of that. Because I'm like, if it was me and that happened to my team, I'm running on the pitch. I'm bringing everybody back.
Like I said, honestly, if it wasn't for what Tuchel said and they found the footage,
if I got blind, then you got to even it out though. If I was a Chelsea fan and that happened to my team, if I got let off, if the Sarsi done something like that and we got let off and then we didn't get a pen, I'll be like, you know what?
You still kiss your teeth though.
I'll kiss my teeth, but do you know what? We could have got zagged and a red. I'll take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, we've got a second leg to go. We'll see how it goes.
I think it's all to play for, but it's gonna be techie though. They're gonna make it uncomfortable. The fans.
We'll see, man. We'll make it.
Like I said, they got a lot of pressure on their shoulders as well.
Sustain the pressure.
They got pressure too. They got pressure too. They got a lot of pressure as well at the end of the day. So
I feel like there's a bit more pressure on Bayern than there is Arsenal.
Nah.
The only thing is that they've been there, innit? Like, I think that's just they know the pressure kind of thing. Like, they know how to do it.
And do you know what? Because
some players do.
Gnabry and Koeman are going to be playing, that means Muller's going to come into the fold. So that kind of karma that you're going to get from Muller, I don't think there's as much pressure on Bayern, or there will be as much pressure on Bayern.
And Musiala's going to be in that game a bit more, because he was only when Sane and Gnabry came off. How did you lot feel about Gnabry celebrating on you lot though as well? Did we ask that?
No, not yet.
No.
I don't think they care too tough.
I didn't really
though.
care.
Well, I
It's
saw
been
Arsenal fans used
years.
to.
But it's
Arsenal
been
fans used to
years.
bang on,
It's been
innit?
what? Hasn't it been close to a decade since he's left? Like, I feel like if any Arsenal fan would, even when he got subbed off, like they were still clapping him. Like,
Yeah,
think it's
I
that
just feel like
deep.
it was bouncing. I just
Yeah,
said,
it's not
joke,
that deep,
but
man.
It's not that
It's
deep.
not that deep. But
Cool.
guys, we had the Prem. A lot of interesting results. Which
Wait,
one shall we start?
Before we go to
Yeah.
the Premier, I just want to shout out to every Liverpool fan that listens to us. They got bodied against Atalanta. I was watching I was
Tried to do
watching
you guys a favour.
The Apprentice, and I saw 2-0. I said, I went to go and watch. Liverpool could not get a footing in their own gaff.
Crumbled.
Then it got to 3-0. I celebrated like I've never celebrated.
Wow.
Shout out to Liverpool.
Shout out.
In your own gaff. You'll never walk alone.
Yeah.
In
Your
that gaff.
beloved Anfield.
damn.
You never walk alone. They're walking alone this time, Sha.
Hey.
So you think that's them down out Europa?
100. 3-0.
They have to score 4 goals. To
They
get
gotta go to
slippers.
Atalanta and score 4 goals.
Guys,
The commentator was even like, Atalanta's not even that good.
you lot are talking so crazy right now, and I just want to remind you about Barcelona, man. Let's think Liverpool pull off these European nights. Let's not do that.
In the Champions League, brother.
It's
This is
just
Europa.
European in general. It don't matter whether it's just Liverpool.
What, you think
I'm
they
not
can
saying-
score 4
I'm not
goals
saying-
over an
When
Atlanta?
was
you know
the
what?
last
Yeah, because
time?
when Barcelona beat them 4-0 and everyone thought it was done, what happened? Like,
Bro.
I'm not saying that it's gonna happen. I'm just saying let's not just act like
Nah.
Liverpool are gonna just. Let's not do that. Let's not
But-
do that.
but
We've seen
bro,
Liverpool do it to us. They've done it to us.
Bro, they're gonna be away from home.
Okay,
the
it
return
don't
fixture
matter.
is
Istanbul. What did they do in the final?
I
Like,
promise
let's not act like Liverpool don't pull off
But
these
you're
magical
talking about
European nights.
2005. We're in 2024.
They still pull
We
it
are
off.
in
They
2024.
pulled it, but it's Liverpool.
When was the
though.
last time they pulled off a Europa League night when they were behind?
When they last was in the Champions, when they last won it that year, what was it?
What year was that?
Was that what three years ago now?
What,
They were not in Europa 3 years ago.
No, again,
No, it's
not Europa. I'm talking about Champions League.
No, I'm talking about Europa.
No, I'm talking about European nights. Though.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
Europa
think I just think it's
so
ridiculous.
different from a Champions League. When you go to a Champions League game and you're behind, yeah, you've got that energy. Like, you've got that, oh, I really want to win this Champions League. No disrespect to the Europa League. The Europa League, it still holds weight. But when it's not the weight of the Champions League and you're going in 3-0 down away from home, you've got a league that you are still chasing at the same time. You don't have all of your players
tight
fit.
still.
Your players are tired. Mohamed Salah's looking tired. Like, and then you've got an FA Cup
Nunez,
semi-final
Miss
coming
Farron,
up
as
too.
always.
Bro, there's so much. Like,
It's a lot.
I'm not just saying this because I think Liverpool are shit. Liverpool are not shit. They've got too much on their plate to be worrying about a Europa League night to go back 3-0. I'm sorry. And then they've got the FA Cup semi-final.
They ain't
No.
got no FA Cup though, have they?
They are in the FA Cup, aren't they?
No,
it's not.
United.
My bad.
United.
It's
United.
United. But still, like, they've got too much to play for in the Premier League. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening.
What they got? They
And
got
Mohamed
Carabao
Salah's-
this season, no?
Bro, they
man,
got
just
the
deal with that and
Carabao.
go home, man.
No, I think they still, like, the Premier League title. We're gonna come into it, but the Premier League title is still there for them.
I
It's
think
still there.
I think they're still second favourites. There's another twist somewhere.
Who's
but
first favourites?
Man City, of course.
If Man City are first favourite, Arsenal second favourites.
Alright.
Cool, man. That's cool. That's cool. We'll be the underdogs.
Don't take the pressure off of them. What's wrong with you?
We'll
No,
be the underdogs.
I'm not. I'm being
Don't worry.
real.
No,
No,
no, no,
I
no,
I like
think
being the underdogs,
Yeah.
man. It's alright. It's alright. Doubt
no,
us.
but I'm just talking about that from a fixture perspective. That's all.
Yeah.
Like not like like you know what I mean, trying to put extra. I'm just saying fixture perspective.
Man City have the easiest, followed by
Followed by
probably
Liverpool. So
followed
that's
by
why I say they're
Arsenal.
second favourites. Like
Fair enough. I hear
that's
that.
what I say. It like.
Actually, does Liverpool?
I don't know.
we'll come
I
to
have
it.
a different perspective on this as always. Like, I always say, like, I just think any game is unpredictable. Like, I think everyone who was sitting there, like, discussing what the games were going to look like were all saying that Liverpool's going to spank Palace. And then, like, look what happened. I don't think anything is, like, straightforward to the point where, like, oh, this person has an easy run or that person has an easy run. Like, towards the back end of the season, I feel like everyone has something to fight for. You've seen all these points getting deducted and all of this stuff, and people are looking and teetering on the, relegation zone. I don't feel like anyone has an easy run. I think
No, I wouldn't say anyone
or
has an
easy
run.
yar or
I
anything
think
like
no,
that.
I think there is an easy
I
yar
genuinely
run.
think that it's all to play for like a lot of teams. If you got there's so many teams that are fighting for something. So apart from obviously like Chelsea, but
We're fighting for Europa, actually.
are you? How far are you?
No, we are
Well
not.
done.
We're in the
Let me see
mix.
this.
We're in the
You're
You're
mix.
in the mix.
We actually are.
For
We're in the
Europa?
mix, yeah.
And
United
the
have been that
conference.
bad. Huh?
conference.
No, it's listen. I'm just
How-
Chelsea
oh,
fans.
what?
Hey, Chelsea
Fifth
fans out there. Let's Chelsea fans. Let's be honest. Just forget it.
I'm
Let's not even bother with
forgetting it. I'm forgetting it. But I'm
Let's
just
just
I'm
not
just
even
saying
bother.
You're
that
ninth
we are in
with
the
44
we're in the mix.
points.
We
Do
got
you
a
know
game
what?
now.
Nah.
We're in the mix.
I
Shiz.
can't
Everyone's
lie.
so
No.
shit.
You might do a little sneak, you know?
It's not gonna happen
You
because
might
For
be
me,
able to.
it's
Hold
Europa
on.
bus. I don't want no conference league.
let
I don't
me
wanna
tell you
compete for
something, right?
nothing.
Everton,
Damn.
Everton just got 2 points deducted. Chelsea will give them 2 points back today. Charity FC. Don't get your hopes up. It's done.
You
Let's
guys
just
have
move
2
on.
games in hand.
That's nice.
Oh,
It's
wow.
not happening.
Hold
I'm actually
on.
over it.
And one of
All
them's
right.
today, so it doesn't
Alright.
count. And the game in hand
Hold
is against,
on.
is against
Don't
Tottenham.
sleep on Chelsea.
The game in hand is against Tottenham, so we both
Oh,
know
is it?
how Tottenham goes. It can be
No, but I
good
feel
or
like
it
you
can
guys
be
have
really
good
bad.
games, no?
It
We don't
depends.
really lose to
Against
Tottenham,
them?
actually, you know.
We're at home, innit?
We don't really lose to Tottenham home or away, to be
Oh,
fair.
I
Anyway.
can't lie. The ending days might
We
actually
don't
be
really
really
draw with
serious.
Sheffield United, but
That's what I mean. It's done. That's what I
We don't
mean.
really lose to
Like
Brentford
I
at
said it.
home,
I said it
but-
ages ago. If
Yeah.
we were serious, we would have beaten Burnley and whatever. But I don't really want to talk about them. Lot.
Yeah,
So
but
anyway,
Liverpool lost against
Liverpool.
Crystal Palace. I beg.
Liverpool.
Mm.
Can I throw out a little fact that I found out about
Go
Liverpool?
ahead.
So you remember when Liverpool was last going to win the league years ago? Not when they did, and Gerrard slipped against them.
Oh yeah.
Do you know that was the same date that Van Dijk just slipped the other day? It's like that day has
is
occurred.
it?
I actually
Come
found that out.
on.
I actually found that
Oh
out. So
my
that
God.
whole slip thing, it seems to. So
360.
I just found that out, and I was like, "There's no way." I looked. I was like, "Okay, cool,
Right.
fair enough." So that's crazy for one, and shout out to Crystal Palace for 2 because. I'm not gonna lie. Anytime I see Elise and Eze on the ball, I'm on the pitch anyway. I'm so happy to watch them. They just look so much better. But they went to Anfield and absolutely played with zero fear. They were resilient. I liked what they done. I liked how they played, even down to Mateta, which I know you sometimes. I know, but
Listen,
even with him, he was a nuisance.
That's his
though.
twin brother. I'm telling you. The last couple weeks, that's his twin brother, bro. This Mateta I'm watching, I don't know where
He's
it's come
brand
from.
new. He's brand new.
Hey.
And you know what? Shout out to Robertson because that should have been a goal. Robertson grafted to get that
Yeah.
off the line. But Liverpool, man, you choked, man. You choked. I'm not gonna lie. Chances after
Yeah, they
chances after chances after, and it was just like even Curtis Jones with the clear 1-on-1. And I mean,
yeah.
you gotta bury that. You gotta bury that, man. You have to.
I
You
didn't
have
watch
to.
the game. I was on my way to the Arsenal game, so obviously I was just sitting there looking at the time just going down, and I'm like, "Right, what? Liverpool really not gonna fight back?" Like,
They were trying.
No, they
like,
were trying.
They were trying. Like,
They were trying.
what
They could have
Palace
scored.
had
They
it.
could have scored
Yeah.
3 in the first half. It could have been. It could have been
nice.
2-2. I think 2-2 would have been a fair result for the first half alone. That's how much
Yeah.
it was actually crazy. And then in the second half, resilience just got Crystal Palace all the way through. And I think,
Fair enough, man. Manager's doing bits over there then.
yeah,
Klasner's doing. Yeah, that 3 at the back is working.
Yeah.
It's
Knows what he's doing, man.
it's working for them because, yeah, they just seem a bit more alive. I mean, also that Adam Wharton midfield since they purchased him in January, wonder kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's growing every week. He would have, if it wasn't for Anderson, he was probably going to be man of the match. If it wasn't for Anderson doing what he was doing at the back, like
Yeah.
that kid in midfield is, yeah, he's coming
he's showing
Yeah.
some class,
Yeah, he's-
especially in the Prem as well against top teams.
coming into his own. Him,
Fairs,
Eze, and Elise, they're getting a nice few pieces there.
Oh no, man.
Even what's his name, Lerma was playing centre
Bring them
back.
to the carpet.
But this always happens to Palace. Just as they start to build this, a piece gets taken away. And we know, and you know, the rumours are that Elise is gone at the end of the season. Eze's being looked at. It's sad, but big up them. Liverpool choked. What are you saying?
Let's pick apart Crystal Palace. Get Eze, get Elise out of there. You know, you guys restart. That's what I'm gonna say.
You guys.
You support Crystal Palace, though?
It's the local team. It's
He's
the
got a
local team.
season
It's the
ticket.
local-
You
it's
have
the
a
local
season
team.
Man,
ticket.
chill,
You
man.
support
No,
Crystal
no,
Palace.
It's the ends. You have to support the
I'd
ends.
say my local team doing
I'm
well, man.
from Thamesmead. I don't support Charlton. Sorry, no.
Yeah, but that's because they ain't.
Even
yeah.
when they
You know what I'm saying?
even
Like-
when they were doing stuff, I didn't support them.
Yeah, but how old was he back then?
It doesn't matter.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It's two different
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
Because if they was in the Prem and you was around the corner and you're telling me
Exactly.
you would
The
do
only
it.
games I'd go to is when Chelsea go away
No.
to Charlton.
No, allow it, man. You
allow
know,
it.
you know. I like the angle, but I
Yeah.
gotta back you. I gotta back you.
Appreciate
It's the home team. It's the
Sam
home
would
team.
never do that to me, by the way.
Hey, I'm here to be real,
Sam,
man.
I miss you.
No, but yeah, I feel like Liverpool flopped it a bit. and but
A
it's not
bit, a
over.
lot.
Nah,
But
a bit. You
it's
gotta
not
say a
over.
bit. You gotta
I
say
feel
a
like
bit,
Liverpool and
man.
Arsenal fans are having a meltdown. Obviously, we'll come to Aston Villa. I don't think we've got a lot of time left, but we'll come to Aston Villa.
Yeah, we need to get.
But Liverpool and Arsenal
We can just
fans,
talk
they
about
just
something else, though, if
believe
you want.
like the world is finished. I don't see Man City winning every single game till the end of the season. I think they gonna slip up.
I need to see their run again.
Oh, I can get it up, but they are gonna slip up somewhere, and it will be something stupid like a Fulham away.
They got
or
they do
Nottingham
have
Forest.
I think they have Tottenham in there.
Yeah, and that
They've
tends to
got
be their
Tottenham in
bogey
their run.
team.
They've got Fulham.
But I think
away as well.
all three of you that have Tottenham in your run,
Yeah.
don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean.
Like,
It's they got Brighton in there, but I don't think
I can see
Brighton's
why
not
Liverpool
doing
fans
well.
were a bit like, what's going on? Because you take those 2 games in this week, they've looked leggy.
yeah,
I don't know what's happened all of a sudden, but
they're
it
just out of
Do you know what it
ideas.
is?
Something's
I
not clicking.
believe with Liverpool fans and what they believe right now, losing 3-0 at your home ground in the middle of the week, they was expecting a serious answer to that,
yeah.
and they didn't get it. And I think that's why they are worried. But Trent's back. Do you know what I mean? They got people back now.
It looks like they've lost Bradley.
Bruh, like they
but
get someone
they've
in, then
lost
they get
Bradley,
someone
but
out.
Trent's
Yeah,
back. So
true.
do you know what I mean? It's just one of those ones where. But the only thing is with Bradley, I don't think Trent's fully fit to play 90. So that's where it can kick in.
So
But
Man City, they have left obviously Real Madrid. Then they've got Chelsea in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. They got Brighton away. They got Nottingham Forest away. Wolves at home. Fulham away, and Tottenham away. And they end their season against West Ham at home.
Yeah, and then we've got Wolves away.
Yep.
That's our next game, so it's not actually Tottenham. But Wolves away, Chelsea at home. We've got Tottenham away, Bournemouth at home, United away, Everton at home. And then Liverpool have Fulham away, Everton away, West Ham away, Tottenham at home, Villa away, Wolves at home. Liverpool, I can't lie. Liverpool ain't got it easy because Fulham ain't a joke. Everton can do a little something. West Ham, joke, man. Tottenham, they can do a little something. Villa,
I think
Yeah,
Fulham
man.
would be one of their
we
hardest
know what
ones,
Villa
you
can
know?
do.
yeah, done it against your team as well.
We done it against them too.
We done it
Remember?
against them. We went
Enzo
to their
free kick.
gaff. We
Okay.
went to their gaff.
All right, good for you. What was
But,
that in the FA Cup?
Hey, we
They
done
didn't
it.
even
It
fill
doesn't
their own
matter.
players.
We done it.
Anyway, fair enough.
We done it.
You've done it
Yeah.
against their B team.
Don't get salty.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
was
You done
actually
it-
it was actually their first team, but don't get salty because they.
Okay.
Let's get into that now because now I'm feeling a bit energized. So let's get into this Aston Villa game. How do you lot feel? Forget it now because it's smoke now. I'm feeling it now. Nah, forget it. Let's talk about it.
They've done it to your team too. I'm just
No,
saying,
no,
like,
no. But they crashed it
I'm
on
talking
you
about
when it
when
made the
I'm
most
talking about-
sense.
talking about when it
So
matters
let's
in the
talk
Premier
about
League. But fair
this
to
whole
hear.
let's talk about this whole breakdown of what do you lot say? We didn't win the title last season because Saliba's here. So let's talk about what's happening now.
I think there was changes which I didn't personally agree with, which I think cost us in parts.
Trossard.
So yeah, I mean, I must admit, when I first looked at the team that went out, I thought, I'm not mad at this, but why are we doing this? So arguably, since we've come back from Dubai, as everyone's mentioning that run since Dubai, it's been what? Havertz up top,
Yeah.
Kyrgios at left back, and then you got midfielder Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard,
And Martinelli on the left.
and Martinelli on the left. Sorry, I'm still not quite convinced why, because this is an important game. Out of all those fixtures we have in this last running, this is one of the quote unquote bigger games.
Yep.
Yeah.
So with that being said, why now do you decide to tweak around the team as much as you're doing? So you got Jesus up front, Trossard on the left. You put Havertz back into midfield, and then you've got
When he's been playing well, let's put it up there.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though you get me,
top.
I gotta give Havertz
Yeah,
props. I
up
can't hate
top.
Havertz in it. So
And then you got Zinchenko on the left, and I just feel like, why rock the boat? Why are you changing? So you've taken Havertz from being effective up top, doing what he was doing, to in midfield, where again you've taken out Jorginho, who's been one of the key components of what's been ticking that midfield along.
Yeah.
He's sitting on the bench. Zinchenko, who we know has been unfortunately a defensive liability all season, and that's why he's had to put Kyrgios there as he has done. And if it wasn't for that, the fact that Tomiyasu's not fully fit, he would have been there.
yeah.
So you put Zinchenko there, and it's just like, and then Jesus. I mean, me personally, I feel like he's done that because he's doing like he does best, but sometimes he overthinks or egos of the dressing room. And I'm hoping it's not the latter. And the reason why I'm hoping it's not that is because obviously you've got a Trossard who's in form, where it's like, hold a minute, I should be starting. And then you've got, for example, a Jesus, who's meant to be the main man, who's having to do a lot of bench work at the moment as he's come back. And I just hope it isn't the latter where he's like, I'm having to keep a few players happy. So because of that, I'm going to start a few of these players because I still don't understand why that team went out when it did.
Paul Merson said that just before the game actually kicked off. He said, I don't know why Arteta has done this. He said, this is not the plan. Stick with what you know. And it was so crazy because he said it on Sky Sports, and he was like, Aston Villa's not a joke of a team. They're good, and Emery's got them kicking football, and they have things to fight for to get top four, etc., etc. I wouldn't change anything, and I'll be treating this like it was a Champions League type of night.
Yeah.
And it was like, it just happened exactly how we kind of predicted it. I don't know if it. The thing is, what I wanted to kind of mention is that, like, can you blame Arteta for making them changes when the people on the bench are actually being more effective than the people that were starting? It is kind of fair, right?
Yes
yeah
and no.
Yeah. Like, yes and no. Because, I mean, even down to the lineup, again, like, I was traveling to the stadium. So it's like, I didn't get to see the team news, and then I had to, like, bop in, whatever. So I didn't get to see it until I was there and they're calling out the names. And I'm like, wait, I'm seeing Trossard warming up. I'm seeing Jesus coming out. And I'm seeing Saka and Havertz. And I'm and I'm thinking, like, hold on. And then obviously they start reading it out. And I'm like, wait, all right, cool. So now we've got Martinelli out. And then we've got Trossard instead. And then we have Havertz gone back into midfield. And then Jesus is up front. And I just don't see why we needed to change it there and then. Like, it didn't need to happen. If you was going to do this when you was cocky enough, do it when it was against Luton. Let's be real.
I believe so.
You're doing it against Villa, who are not a joke of a team, and they already have beat us in the reverse fixture. So it's like there's no need to make these changes. And I feel like I understood what you said about obviously the dressing room part. I don't agree. I don't think it's a dressing room situation, but I do think he done the overthinking. I think he thought Trossard has made such an impact. There's no way he don't start. And obviously it's been a bit difficult for Martinelli to get into the game. Like recently, it's been very difficult for him to get since his injury. It's been quite difficult. And then you look at Havertz and you see that he's bagging. So there's no way we're dropping Havertz. So we have to put Havertz in midfield, which means that we have to get rid of a component. We're not going to get rid of Ødegaard, and we're not going to get rid of Rice, which means Jorginho, you've got to hold it. And then I'm hearing all of this stuff about they're really positive and happy about how Jesus is training, and he's been finishing and working on his finishing, and he's been doing all of these things. So they're like, all right, let's give him a go. Yeah. Not the time, my brother. It's not the time. Like, this is the business end of the season, my guy. Let's just keep it simple. Let's get our wins and let's get out. You tinkered and tankered way too much. And the thing is with Arteta, when things are not going right, he doesn't like to make the changes at halftime. He waits until like the 70th minute, and he's like, fuck it, let's get this person in. Unfortunately, I don't think the lineup was right. Again, we should have also took our chances. There was times where Havertz was up front. Jesus was like, bro, it's open for you. Take it. And we didn't take it. We weren't clinical enough. Second half, they were the better team. We just were crap. Then Ødegaard came off and Ben White came off, and I said, yeah, GG's, bro.
Yeah.
You know what it is as well? Sometimes it's not even anything to do with dressing rooms or overthink. Sometimes the players might just be tired. Don't forget, you lot just came out of a chance. Let's be real. You did just face Bayern Munich. It's not like you. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you maybe they were just tired.
No, but my thing is then, even with that tiredness, okay, then make sure it's the right plays you're putting on the bench at a time, because at the end,
still playing.
because exactly.
That's the thing.
But
no key players were rested.
But the thing is, Declan Rice was doing that last season. That is him. Some players just don't have that engine.
Forget Rice.
Rest the right people.
Yes. So it's like, forget Rice then. Havertz, you've just dropped into midfield. So you got rid of Jorginho. Is he tired?
But
no.
But the thing is with Havertz, even at Chelsea, he's always the player that's available. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But my point is, so if he's
it.
fit, so at the end of the day, it's all right. So you put Jesus as a striker. Well, the person who is normally playing striker, you put into midfield. So that means Havertz isn't tired. So that means he can still be up top.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Martinelli's not tired because he's just come back. He's playing games, so he can start. Trossard can sit on the bench. Kyrgios, if not Tomiyasu, one of this.
Yeah, someo's got to give. Or even if they do a half shift, both of them. I get what you mean.
Like, at the end of the day, it's like, if you were to sit and tell me, all right, Rice was the one tired. All right, cool. Then you Partey, whoever you want to bring on, or if Saka's tired, then okay. Then we've seen Smith Rowe, Reece Nelson. You've not shown me even the players that could be tired.
No.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
You've just rotated.
Yeah,
but physicality as well for midfield was.
I
think physicality is always needed against Aston Villa in midfield.
I honestly think that Arteta just took Aston Villa for granted, and that's
You think?
100%, because
I don't see Arteta doing that.
Aston Villa's
I don't think
also
so.
come from Europe, right? They played Lille, and they probably want to rest their players because they got to go away to Lille on Thursday as well. If you're probably thinking, okay, is Emery gonna play his full-fledged squad? Is he actually gonna keep who's their centre backs again? Is it Konza and who?
Oh no, Konza was playing right back, wasn't it?
He's
Diego,
a
Carlos, and
Carlos and
baller, by
Torres.
the way.
That's it.
Is he still gonna play Carlos and Torres, considering how hectic their game was on Thursday? And like you're gonna start putting these things in your head. And you're gonna be thinking maybe Jesus would be better against a tired Carlos and tired Torres, or maybe they'll switch it up a little bit. I think he just overthought it. He underestimated what Aston Villa were gonna do, and that's why he brought out a team that he thought maybe this team can deliver. And it's just like he should have kept to basics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't see Arteta doing that.
But yes, 100% he should have kept to basics. But I can understand him doing that, because if it was like, I'm not being funny, teams do that all the time. Chelsea do it. Not that we're relevant anymore, but Chelsea do it. Liverpool do it. Man City do it. They did it the other week when they played Crystal Palace. That team that came out against Crystal Palace wasn't their strongest team, was it? Do you know what I mean? Like this happens, and I just think Arteta didn't scan the situation well enough, and that's just what it is.
It wasn't at all. I agree with you in that sense. Like, I just feel like you understand what works, and then everything just got totally undone. Like, I love Trossard like any other person loves Trossard, right? But again, this is what we all kind of know, his impacts when he comes off the bench.
Super sub.
Like, you are an impact sub. Like,
super sub,
I mean, I even remember, I think it was Jules that was speaking to him at the end of our Champions League game against Bayern. And she was just like, did you know that, like, you're probably one person who has made the most impact coming off the bench in this competition?
Across Europe.
Across Europe.
It's
It's
actually across the whole
there we
of
go.
Europe.
That even backs up even more. Like,
it's
look
actually
how
across
much of an impact you are off the bench. And we see it ourselves, how much he impacts off the bench. And it's something we was even talking about off camera, and Coates made a really, really good point. It's like, if it's been working this whole time, let's just keep it simple now. Let's leave it as it is. And then, you know, in the new season, we can start talking about giving you the more minutes and maybe having you start. But right now, as it's working, let's leave Martinelli. Let's get the ball to Martinelli as well, by the way, because he's not receiving the ball. And, you know, allow them to share minutes. Martinelli, you come off, Trossard comes on. It's not to say that you're not good enough to start and you shouldn't start this game. It just means that I think you are better off the bench, and not better, but I think you are really
but that's
impactful.
what it is. Sometimes you're just better.
Yeah, I think you're really impactful off the bench. Martinelli, I love your runs. Let's keep it like how it is. Deliver.
Similar to how you like used to have Giroud. Everyone used to say, "Oh, why didn't you start Giroud back in the day?" He was a super sub. When he came on, you knew Giroud was going to score sometimes. It was just how it goes.
That for us, to be fair.
Nah, for Arsenal, I remember he used to.
For Arsenal,
I remember there was so many games when Giroud came on the pitch, it was a header, it was just something. He was just a nuisance. Sometimes players are super subs. It's not a disrespect, and it don't mean you're not talented. It just.
I feel like sometimes if you know that when you come off the bench that you're better, you'll probably think you're that guy. Like when you come off the bench, you're thinking.
The
game's gonna, and the fans will love you for that role. Like NBA, you got a six man. You got a six man. In NBA, you got your six man, right? And trust me, like the best six man I think of, like Lou Williams, for example. When he came off the bench, the fans knew what time it was. Bro. That will be lit for Arsenal to have. Yeah, we know he's coming on his trouble. Like when Jota comes on, you know, for Liverpool.
Was it Bayern Munich when he came on?
Yeah.
When he came on,
he scored.
The first thing I said to my friend I was watching with, I said, "Trust is gonna bag."
Yeah,
he scored. Like you just know.
It's like when Jota comes on for Liverpool, I always think this guy's gonna score.
Yeah.
It's just some players are just lit like that.
He rewarded him with a start, and I don't think that should have. I don't think it should be like, oh yeah, you play amazing. Oh yeah, here's a start. Like for not every team, not every person needs to do that. Not everyone needs to start. Like it just, if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Let's not force it. And I think maybe that's just something that Arteta's got to, you know, learn. And he's still learning as well. He's still young, so
still new.
Just got to trust the process.
Trust the process. Well, we'll see how it goes.
It was the thumbs up.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we'll see what happens over the next couple of weeks,
Yeah.
whether or not Arsenal and Liverpool can get back into this title race.
It's still open, man.
It's still well, I don't know about
open,
that, but
it's
we'll
still
see.
open.
We'll see what happens. It's not. I guess it's not over until it's over. I
Not
guess.
over.
But yeah, guys, I think this is the end of the show.
Yeah, man.
We've run out of time here.
Yes, sir.
Like always, guys, I hope you guys appreciated this, and yeah, until next time, peace.
Peace out.